The makers of County Gate present railway modelling tips. Number 3. Creating realistic looking grass, narrated by Lino Spline.
Modelling realistic grass in 009 scale is more challenging than many enthusiasts first realise. A wide variety of proprietary products exist, but often lack the authenticity that the real enthusiast is searching for. Apart from seasonal differences, grass can appear in a variety of settings, such as meadows, hayfields, domestic gardens and bowling greens, where depth, texture and colour can vary enormously. Where animals graze, most of the grass will be short, but there are often clumps of longer and less palatable grass along with thistles and meadow flowers. Grass on bowling greens will be short in the extreme, but will retain a deep colour due to regular watering. A cricket pitch should reveal relatively short grass, but with bald patches around the wickets. The variations are almost endless. A recent survey indicates that the average British and continental European railway layout features, on average, 47% of the surface area set aside to grass in one form or another. The cost of producing realistic grass can be prohibitive, especially if you elect to use such devices as the Noch electrostatic system. But experimental work carried out at County Gate into modelling grass has now advanced the research conducted by earlier and now largely forgotten pioneers in this field. The principles involved employ a renewable resource with a low carbon footprint and addresses the need to encompass a wide variety of grass types. The material in question is cat fur, often available in some quantity from domestic furniture, curtains, black clothing, fur balls and the result of nocturnal cat fights. However, the most efficient methodology is to use fur direct from the cat. More on that later. One of the earliest references to the use of cat fur appears in the Beezer Boys Book of Railway Modelling, published in 1926. It suggests that fur from a ginger tom is ideal for making grass, as well as thatch on models of poor people's houses. The item encourages youngsters to cut along to the servant's pantry and ask cook to borrow the household mouser. But perhaps the most definitive reference is to be found in a paper published by Dr. Erich von Auslander of Heidelberg University in 1943, entitled Was man alles mit Catspelz machen kann. This all-embracing study promotes the use of adult cat fur when making anglers' lures, but, as a footnote to this treatise, argues that for model making the fur from a kitten is preferable. The variety of fur patterns and colours found amongst different cat breeds will help the model maker achieve the correct density and variegation in the grass he is trying to recreate. It means that in most cases the effect required can be achieved with the application of just a single colour dye. Ginger fur is ideal for reproducing dried grass or ripened crops such as wheat or barley, as the amount of dye needed is minimal. In fact, the judicious use of bleach might be all that is required. This pattern is ideal for suggesting a ripple of breeze through longer grass due to the variations of light and shade in the fur. Again, a single colour dye is all that is needed. This cat fur, which is denser and longer, is ideal for recreating many arable crops or riverside reed beds, all of course being species of grass. The first stage in producing your grass is to wash your cat. This can at times prove to be difficult, as most cats avoid water at all costs. A spirit of perseverance is essential. Remember to use warm water and avoid domestic detergents. It's worth investing in a feline shampoo for a thoroughly clean finish. It is also recommended you wear thick gloves, ensure your arms are covered and, if possible, wear a face mask such as those supplied with garden strimmers. Various options exist, such as the kitchen sink, domestic bath, or even the outdoor swimming pool. Frequently you will need another pair of hands until such time as the cat has accepted its role in the grass making process, although by that time it is likely the layout will have been completed. Once the washing is over, stake out your cat to dry. Now we come to the dyeing process. Some modelers prefer to remove the cat fur before dyeing. This is not to be recommended, as it is time consuming and messy and makes the final application of dyed fur to the baseboard less than satisfactory. It is preferable to dye the whole cat. First, choose your colour. For beginners, it is recommended you start with either sage or meadow green and apply to a test area. Do not use a dye which requires boiling. Total immersion of the cat is not to be recommended, as this requires large volumes of dye, virtually all of which will be wasted. Experiments suggest the best method is to apply with a soft sponge or an open weave cloth. Allow about an hour for drying. We now come to the final stage, transferring the cat fur to the baseboard. For this you will need a roll of gaffer tape and standard PVA glue. For tufts of grass, simply apply a little glue to the selected place and dab the cat on it. For larger areas, apply the glue to the surface to be covered and secure the cat in place using gaffer tape. When the glue is almost dry, tear off the cat. Try to avoid getting any of your blood on the layout. The grass can then be trimmed to length using either needleworker's shears or hairdresser's scissors for a perfect finish. Allow the cat to lick off excess PVA from its skin. This is Lionel Spline wishing you endless fun with a furry pussy.